Hello, magical souls. Welcome to the Gemini season, astrology reading and forecast. This is going to be for Gemini season, which starts on May 21st and goes until June 20th. However, I am intending this to be timeless. So if you're watching this when it is not Gemini season, the messages can apply to you. So I want you to sit back, relax, close your eyes if you feel guided to, and allow the messages to come forth as they're supposed to, as Spirit intends, taking only what speaks directly to your soul and releasing what doesn't. So Gemini is the third zodiac sign in the astrology calendar. Gemini is part of the air element, and air signs, the air element symbolizes communication and balance. So some traits of Gemini are adaptable, informative, connected, communicative, talkative, superficial, restless, love variety, curious, and social. So Gemini's symbol is the twins. So the twins symbolize the two parts of the mind, the intuition and the ego. The ruling planet for Gemini is Mercury. Mercury brings in the energy of awareness, communication, writing, news, short trips, thoughts, ideas, perception, learning, and intelligence. So this Gemini season, because air signs are so specific on communication, this is where you need to be aware of your thoughts, aware of your feelings, and really just being aware of how you communicate to yourself, to other people, and to the universe. Because understanding that you have two parts of your mind, the intuition, which is your intuitive divine wisdom, and your ego, which is your fear, your doubt, and the ego can attach itself to the mind chatter because your mind is going to constantly go whether you are awake or you are asleep. The mind is a continuous chatterbox. So that's why sometimes if you are thinking about something before you go to bed, you are going to have a dream about it, or your dreams are going to bring a message about it because that was the last thing on your mind, and your mind is still going with this subject or this situation. So learning how to communicate in a more intuitive based existence and energy is really what Gemini season is going to show you. Writing is a form of getting it out of your system. So if you're unable to physically express something to someone, whether it's verbally, sending a text message, an email, writing a letter, you can write it in a journal. Some of the best conversations that I have with people is when I just write it in my journal and get out my personal feelings. Because in order for you to be able to communicate clearly, to be able to communicate from a healed standpoint, really beckons the question, can you express yourself to your journal, to your higher self, to your spirit team when you are alone? That's why Gemini is about communicative, being talkative, not being superficial where you are not expressing who you truly are. So you want to be able to express who you are, but you want to do it in a more balanced way. That's where the balance part of the air sign comes in. So being aware. What does that mean? We hear awareness all the time. We hear self-awareness all the time, but this is where you have to really dive into, what does self-awareness mean for you? Now, the definition of self-awareness is when you are aware of what's going on in your physical world. But here's the thing. You could be aware of something going on in your physical world, but you are not ready to acknowledge it. So what happens when you don't want to see what's actually happening in the physical world? What you're going to do is you're going to pretend that it's not happening, or it's happening in a different way. And what essentially that's going to do for you is to have you create a story in your mind about what is going on. So that's where the twins come in. Your intuition is telling you this is what's going on in this situation, in this relationship, with this person, with this situation, with you, with your life. Your ego is telling you, no, that's not it, it's this. And then the ego will take you down the road of overthinking, obsessive thinking, which will lead to creating a complete story in your mind that you are going to believe because your mind is soothing you. So that's why a lot of times people don't see the truth about certain things until it's too late. But I don't believe in it's too late. I believe we all see things when we're actually ready to see it, because it goes back to that old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So pay attention to your thoughts during Gemini season. Paying attention to your thoughts is essential because Gemini has the ruling house of the third house. So the third house in astrology, in zodiac charts, is the mind and thoughts. Okay, so what you really feel, what you really think is in your mind and thoughts. What you choose to share with the world, you do that through your social media, because that is the best way for us to express ourselves, to show ourselves. The communication that you have with other people is dependent upon what you are willing to physically express. The third house also symbolizes neighborhood, which is community. So you have to go back to your childhood. Connect to your inner child to see how you interacted with classmates, with friends, with siblings, how you were with social activities. That is always going to be a really big eye-opener to how you had that perception, how you learned. Did you learn independence? Did you learn co-independence? And any ideas that you get on maybe things you want to do, things you want to accomplish, start writing them down. And then if something comes to mind that you want to do that you're not sure of, Spirit is telling you, you have to change your perspective. If you have a lack mentality, if you have a disbelief mentality, then what you want is not going to happen. But if you have that belief in the impossible is possible, if you have full faith, full surrender, you know it's going to happen. You feel it. You're listening to the intelligence of your divine wisdom. Your divine wisdom is what you intuitively know to be true for you. So the air element is telling you, with communication, thoughts, travel, news, gossip, being in the clouds, head over heart, aloofness, and motion, you come full circle with what you want for yourself. So that is essentially the forecast for this Gemini season. The forecast is telling you the twins. Listening to your intuition, listening to your ego, and then telling your ego, I hear what you're saying, but I don't believe that. Your ego is always going to come in very loud. It's going to come in with the bells and the whistles and the alarm sounds. But when you can silence your ego and just shift into your intuition, you're going to relax, because the body parts that are associated with Gemini are the arms, the hands, and the lungs. So your arms, when we get tense, when we get scared, we resist. You'll feel your shoulders tighten up. You will feel the muscles in your arms tighten up. Your hands will make a fist. You could punch the table, you could throw something when you get frustrated. Your hands are how you give and receive energy. Your right hand is the hand where you give energy. Your left hand is the hand that you receive energy. So when something is happening in your life, which hand do you feel the most resistance? The giving hand or the receiving hand? I'm hearing it's the receiving hand, and this is probably why. You give more to other people than you do yourself. And if that is the case, during Gemini season, you are going to feel differently because you are going to want to give to yourself. And that's where the lungs come in. You want to be able to breathe the fresh air. So here's the thing. If you have a lot of resistance, if you have a lot of stuff coming up during Gemini season, because when Gemini season starts on May 21st, we do have a full moon in Sagittarius happening on May 23rd. There will be a video on my YouTube channel that is going to come out on the 23rd. It is the healing energy session that I recorded for that full moon. That full moon energy is teaching you are in the final countdown and you are now going to close out the cycle. And that's what Gemini season is essentially going to help shift for you during this full moon cycle. Getting connected to the communication and the balance, using the energy of Sagittarius, which is fire sign, confidence, leadership, following your passion, and not being afraid. Because the colors that are associated with Gemini are the yellow, which I'm seeing crystal clear in my third eye, the solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus chakra is where you bury your feelings. It's where you bury everything. So if you feel resistance happening in the stomach area, you can do a solar plexus meditation or guided meditation to help you just allow that stuff to come up to the surface. And what does come up to the surface, journal it out, write it down. It's for your eyes only. And what that's going to do for you with the color blue, which is the throat chakra, it's going to help you communicate. It's going to help you express. It's going to help you say the words. Even if you're just saying the words to yourself through writing, through just speaking, however you need to do it, because the mantra for Gemini season is I think. So I think. What do you think? What do you think about yourself? What do you think about your circle, the people in your life, your personal, professional, the people around you? What do you think? Keep asking yourself, what do I think about this? Anything that comes up, whether it's good or bad, ask yourself, what do I think? Do I think this is good for me? Do I think this is bad for me? Do I think maybe I could change some things? Do I think I could change my perspective? When you start asking yourself questions, that is when you are going to see that you've always had the answers deep within your soul. So the tarot card that is associated with Gemini is the Lovers. So the Lovers card in the Crystal Visions Tarot deck means it represents a strong connection to another person through a physical attraction, deep love or kinship, empathetic connection, or strong friendship. It is the card of soulmates and seeing yourself in another person. The two people depicted in the card are bound by the ties held by two doves. Much like the ties in a hand fasting or marriage ceremony, they symbolize that two are better, stronger, and more complete than one alone. So the Lovers card is number 6. Angel number 6 is telling you, when you connect to little you, when you connect to what is in your soul, you are going to see how you are bound and determined to bring in your 10 of Cups happily ever after. So the 10 of Cups is essentially your wish fulfillment, everything that you want to bring in to your life. So what does the Lovers look for you? The Lovers doesn't have to represent a love connection, although it's it's like one of the number, I would say the top 5 cards that come out for love with tarot. There's always the Lovers, the 2 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, the Empress and the Emperor, those five always come out, because the Empress represents the divine feminine, the Emperor represents the divine masculine, the Two of Cups is the divine union, the Four of Wands confirms it, and then the Lovers is the bond that the two have with each other. So ultimately, your forecast is telling you to speak it into existence and to really ask yourself what you think about every single thing in your life that you currently have that's coming in, and really think about the things in your life that have left that you still cling to in some way, and ask yourself why you think that happens. Is there something that's not healed? Is there something that just needs to be brought up to the surface that could be buried in the solar plexus chakra? So now I'm going to do a little tarot reading using the Archangel Power Tarot cards to get you some messages. This is the astrology reading for Gemini season for this video. So let's tune into the energy of Gemini season. So what is the energy for Gemini season? Okay, we have the Knight of Ariel. Ariel in this deck represents coins, which is pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in tarot. The Knight of Ariel, the Knight of Pentacles, represents trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny. So there is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. So there are things that you want to change in your life. There are things that you want to bring into your life, and there are things that need to fall out of your life. This is where the writing comes in. You are going to be guided to write down some goals. So whatever comes up for you during the full moon in Sagittarius on May 23rd is going to show you what needs to be let go of. Because when we come around to the new moon in Gemini, which happens on June 6th, which is also the 6/6 portal, this is going to allow you to make these changes. So if you are wanting to have a fresh new start, a new beginning in love, this new moon with the Lover's energy of Gemini is going to help you. But you have to be trustworthy of yourself, of the universe. You have to have an understanding that when you are devoted, and funny is just really telling you to stay lighthearted and staying connected to the inner child. Because overall, this energy with the King of Michael, now Michael represents the swords. So that's air energy. So the King of Swords. He is principled, rational, ambitious, and respected. And kings represent divine masculine energy. So wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity. A situation that calls for honest and open communication. So the King of Swords is very straightforward. He is very intelligent. And he is very fine-tuned, which means sometimes he comes off like he doesn't care, because he could feel cutthroat to some people, but it's just because when he is in his power, he is just knowing, and there's nothing he wouldn't do for those that he loves. But he's respected. He could be feared by others, but usually if he's feared by others, it's because they're intimidated by him. So overall, this is going to show you with the World card. 21 equals a 3. Now the World is about new beginnings, something new starting. Archangel Michael is part of this. So if you work with Archangel Michael, he's the color blue. He brings in protection. If you are afraid to speak, your truth, call him in to protect you, to protect your throat chakra so you can speak the words that you need. because he's telling you with this card a very happy ending. Something is coming full circle. Spiritual growth and insight is on the horizon. So, now that you know that something is coming, there's a happy ending happening, something that is going to fall away is going to bring in something new. It's going to bring in what you've always wanted. What can you expect? The Two of Raphael, which is the Two of Cups. So this is turning into a love reading with Gemini season, and I'm all for it. So Cups is water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. So there's a song I'm hearing. I can't remember the name of it, but I know Taylor Swift sings it with someone. I'm going to look it up because I have it in one of my playlists, and I will link I won't link the video, but I will name the song in the description of this video, because that song is coming through for some of you watching this. So the Two of Cups is essentially telling you, if you have been hurt in the past, if you are trying to put your feet back in the dating game, Spirit's telling you, don't be afraid. Believe in love. Trust in love. Become love. The number 2 is about partnerships and balance, and there's a balance coming with partnerships. And that partnership is bringing in the Ace of Raphael, which is the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups, I'm seeing a love offer being offered to you. A positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. So you have someone coming in. If you are a divine feminine, you have a divine masculine coming in. If you are a divine masculine, a divine feminine is coming in. I'm feeling union vibes with this. I really feel this is new love. If for some of you, if you're connecting with someone that you already know, this could just be like, it feels like love. Like I'm hearing the song by Foreigner, feels like the first time, because you are no longer in the energy of Four of Raphael, which is the Four of Cups. You are not holding on to what is lost. So you want to seek out other possibilities, other partners. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. So see how she is focusing on this right here, and see how Archangel Raphael is sitting here in the distance. So this is the cup that they want to offer you, but you have been so occupied looking at the past that you don't see this beautiful cup right here. So the Four of Raphael is telling you, when you seek out other possibilities, when you look for the magic in life, when you are aware of your own emotions, you allow this Ace of Cups, this Two of Cups to come in. So, how can you open a new door, this new door of love, during Gemini season? Divine Feminine, you must embody the energy of the Empress. Archangel Gabriel is around you. He is part of this card. It is time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded, luxurious and abundant resources. Now on this card, she is not pregnant, but in most tarot decks, the Empress is pregnant. So there is something that is birthing. There is something that is coming in. Divine Masculine, you are represented by number 9, which is the Hermit. Epiphany. The soul searching that you have been doing, or you're currently doing, or you will be doing, is going to bring you a new perspective. With joy through spiritual growth, you are going to be a light to others, and that answers that you are seeking come through meditation. So Spirit's telling you, Divine Masculine, if you are trying to close out a cycle, something from the past, it is time to meditate, because the answers that you seek are within. So let's just get one final card for final message. And we have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is number 2. So we have angel number 2 coming through again. Archangel Haniel. And I feel guided to read the description of this card. So the answers that you seek are within you. They cannot be found through the intellect, but instead are a product of your deepest feelings. Emotional situations provide great insight right now. Intuition and psychic messages should be treated seriously and with great respect, as they can be relied upon with confidence. Your dreams at night may also hold the keys to understanding what actions to take next. There may be aspects of your situation that you're unaware of, but Archangel Haniel can provide you with the enlightenment and answers you're searching for. This is not a time of action, but of reflection and meditation. Have faith that events will unfold perfectly and that you will know when to move forward. Remain patient and be at peace, knowing that your inner guidance will not fail you. Additional meanings for this card is the power of the subconscious, the willingness to forgive, spiritual awakening, patience, the mystery and awe of the universe, keeping the confidences of others. So this card is telling you with powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provide valuable information, you will be at peace. When you allow your intellect, your intuition, when you allow your third eye chakra to really just show you the way, that is when you are going to find the door opens quite easily. So I do hope that this Gemini season astrology reading and forecast has brought you clarity and guidance on what to expect during Gemini season. If you liked this video, hit the like button, drop a comment below. Please make sure to share and subscribe. And if you are subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. Hit the bell notification so you are notified when new content is posted on this channel. If you are interested in booking with me, my main booking website is butterflyintuition.com. I also have 2 mini readings available on Wizio. You can get the links to my website, to Wizio, and all the ways you can connect with me outside of YouTube in the description box below. Have a magical Gemini season. Many blessings to you.